This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. I'm your host, Gianna, and special thank you to our sponsors for yet another episode with an incredible icon. And today, our icon is Melissa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here.
We're so excited to have you, and we're excited to get to know you, Melissa. And I think we should start at the beginning, right? So, what market are you in now? Where are you from? And how did you find yourself in real estate?
So I am originally from Texas, and I moved to Alaska, 38 years ago, and found myself as a single mother all of a sudden with two little kids under the age of 3. So I actually moved myself down to Tucson, Arizona, and I slept on the couch in my girlfriend's house with my little tiny baby right there beside me, and then my son sharing a room with her 2 boys. And so just thought about, what is it I wanted to do? What could I do that would allow me a little bit of freedom? So I actually got my real estate license in Tucson, Arizona, and that was in 1998. Sold real estate for about 6 years down there. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Became an ABR, became a CRS, got everything I could get, learned to door knock, cold call, all of those things, and then moved back home to Alaska, which I've lived now for quite some time. Got back into full-time sales in October of 2017. Joined EXP gave myself a birthday present May 7th, 2019, and moved my business over to EXP, and so happy to be at EXP.
Life-changing. Melissa, what about EXP drew you to it, right? So, obviously there are tons of brokerages out there, but what really drew you to EXP and made you, make the switch, make the commitment?
Well, I had experience in the mortgage side of the house. So I actually knew some of the positives and the negatives about all the different brokerages in Alaska that were here. We had Century 21, Remax, we had Keller Williams, we had boutique brokers, all of those things. But EXP just seemed to be more thoughtful about what we as agents need in order to accomplish our business on a day-to-day life. I was never one to think that having a big office and sitting in an office was ever a good thing, because technically you're around a bunch of people who aren't going to buy and sell from you anyway. So have laptop, will travel was always the mindset. So I reached out to one of the early adopters to EXP and went and had coffee with him and just asked some questions. And then I checked out EXP, and I love what Glenn built because everything is right here on my laptop. I don't need to pay office fees. I don't have to pay all these ridiculous things because somebody needs to have this big building that's now empty. Nobody's in them. So I felt like it was the right spot for me. And because I had been in the mortgage industry and had actually been part of that, being able to work remote, it made it was just the natural fit for me.
Yeah, and like you said, EXP is just ahead of its time. Even when COVID hit and everybody's like, how do we even work from home? EXP is like, well, we'll see you in the metaverse tomorrow. Like, be there, be square, business per usual. And they've always been, flagship for the industry and really blazing a trail and in all aspects, technologically, market-wise, employee retention, giving real estate realtors options for retirement and health insurance and everything else. It's been really cool to see. Now, Melissa, there's so much you said that you liked about it. And like, one of the things being that you get to work from home and the world is at your fingertips. But what really makes you say, I am never leaving EXP?
Well, because I think that the way Glenn's built this is it's a company. It's not a franchise. It's run by a group of very intuitive and intelligent people studying the market while we don't have to. And so I'm an REO certified EXP agent. I'm a Relo certified EXP agent. What I love is Glenn said, how do we improve the opportunities for our agents? And so we don't have to be part of a huge giant franchise fees. He actually is thinking about what it is we need every day in our toolbox to do our jobs. And he makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
And that's why I stay. I know all the other brokerages super well. I've been a Remax agent before. I've been a Keller Williams agent. I love the fact too that the university is there. And now that Glenn's merging EXP world with a more virtual part, we actually will do a little bit more face-to-face, but also to be avatars. And you can go to training all the time. It's not just when not to ever say anything about another company, but it's just, we're only going to provide that to our local agents. No, we have agents on classes that are all over the world. Right. And so we're all learning the similar things. So I think it's going to make us a stronger workforce in the future. Definitely.
Absolutely. Being very forward thinkers, being very open and willing to learn about new technology. Fail until you don't. Trying new systems, getting rid of them if they're not good enough. Being, in a sense, not quick to hire and slow to fire, right? If it's not working, let's get it out of there. If we find something we like, let's implement it. Let's bring it in. And that's really cool. And Melissa, obviously you stay busy. You've got high production. You're an icon agent. So at the end of the day, how do you take care of Melissa? How do you make sure you're not on burnout mode?
Well, I actually built a team. And my team is unusual. I have an appointment setter. I have a back-end person that takes care of all the documents from the time that we create the listing documents to actually getting everything submitted to payment processing. If you ask me how to do the payment processing part, I would fail right now. I'd have no idea. I don't even know how to write a commission letter. Like, I don't even really know what that is. So I put together a team that is just a little bit different. I'm doing what I do best, which is meet with clients, list their properties, and help them buy houses. And then I have a greenhouse, spend pretty much 2-3 hours a day in my greenhouse. So I have plenty of time for me. I'm actually doing what I love to do. I love staging listings. So oftentimes you'll find me in my garage and I'll have 16 canvases up because the house needs all new artwork. And so I'll paint 16 new pieces of art and poof, they go into the house. So that's how I take care of myself.
I love that. You found a way to recharge and to incorporate your hobbies into it and to like mix work with play. Brilliant, because it makes work exciting. It makes play feel like it's more efficient and that you're, getting something out of it. So I like that tactic, Melissa. Awesome work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's go back into like the business end of things, right? And I would love to see the Icon Award through your eyes. So, obviously you said you're very involved with like the university and the metaverse and you're really into that. So I would love to know, how do you give back to EXP? Are you a mentor? Do you coach? Do you teach lessons? And also kind of share with us how or what kind of production you had to do in Alaska to get to Icon, right? So you're probably going to have to sell a couple more houses than a typical agent would in Los Angeles, California, right? Different price points, different kinds of demand. And so it's always fun to kind of get a gauge on where all the markets lie and how different they are through this question.
So I joined EXP in May of 2019. And so my Icon year starts June 1st.
Okay.
We had a different broker at the time. Now we have Victoria, who's an amazing broker. So my first year, I missed being an icon agent by $19.31.
No,
No
you're
one
kidding
explained
me.
to me, no one explained to me really what the icon agent was. So of course, then I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I did a ton of production. What did I do? So my next year, I actually iconed twice in 2021. So I iconed for my production years of 2020 and then 2021. And it was just, it was a goal that we had as a team is we can do the production. I do properties in Anchorage, Eagle River, Chugach, Palmer, and Wasilla. So it's 5 different areas, which allows me to, it's about a 45-minute drive one way to the valley. I do mostly listings. 82% of my business is listings. The other 18% is buyers. I love listings more than anything. And so from being an icon agent, what it did for me is gave me back the ability to teach again and train again, which I have a master's degree in human development, used to be an instructor at the University of Alaska.
That's awesome.
And so I am a mentor and I am a trainer at EXP. I just finished up the classes, what we call the Power of 5. I'm doing a new class for this year's icon that will be about tracking your business and putting together numbers, that it's really simple. What do I need to do today? How many calls do I need to make today in order to get me where I want to go? I specialize in niche marketing. And so one of the great things is I look at what you want to do in your business and how you just need 5 little pillars. You can't do everything. Just pick 5 things and 5 things that you like to do, 5 things that the people you think you're going to enjoy working with. And so we'll teach a class on that. It's almost done. I think I'll start teaching it June 1st. So I love teaching with the university. And then I'm an instructor here with the Alaska Real Estate Commission. So we'll start teaching ECE classes and DEC classes here starting in August.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's awesome. And if you ever find yourself like interested in doing a spinoff podcast and wanting to tease some of the courses that you're teaching back to EXP World or some great things that you've learned over your time here, I would love to have you back on this show. It is free to icon agents, so you might as well utilize it, right? Which is super awesome.
Well, and I love it. I think that's the cool thing about EXP is we're everywhere.
Absolutely.
And we're on the world. Our world is now big. If you really think about what, Glenn has done with Verbella, now Mark Zuckerberg wants to create a metaverse. Well, we already have one. So again, just taking it to the next level. Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely, Melissa. And you make, such a great point again of mixing work with play and making sure that you enjoy what you're doing, giving back, teaching, you enjoy that. Really, allowing that to build on your career here at EXP and intertwining it with the things you love. I mean, how could you get any better than that?
Well, and what I also love about EXP is I have a dad who lives down in Alabama and he is getting ready to be in his 90s. So the blessing with that is if I needed to go and take care of him, I could go get licensed in Alabama, sell real estate, but I only have to pay 1 brokerage fee, which is again something that is not heard of in this industry. Right. So that is one of the other reasons that I was excited about what EXP offered. It's just that unlimited potential of what do you want to do with your business and your life? Where do you want to live? Where do you want to play? Where do you want to work? Just go do it.
And it's so incredible. We're international now. And I had just talked to somebody, I think 2 days ago, that they were in the 50th state to, have EXP. And they were like, man, it's not going to get any bigger than this. Already 50 states. Nope. And it continues to grow. And it's just incredible. It's really exciting. And, these icon agents are so excited to be a part of this. They're just doing their job and then they're being recognized for it, getting stock back, rev share, collaboration, everything EXP has to offer is incredible. And, for the newbies watching, Melissa, I'd like to know, is the Icon Award something they should strive for in their first year? You said that you had missed Icon by just a few mere dollars So, what are some mistakes that maybe you made or some information that you didn't have your hands on as a first year that could have helped you through that? Or do you wish you would have focused on something other than iconing your first year? Just some advice.
Well, I think if you're going to become a real estate agent and you're going to do it full time, which is what you really need to do, is there's no reason that you can't be icon agent. The splits that we have with EXP are some of the most reasonable in the industry. Mm-hmm. What I also like is that they're splits that are the same across the board. There isn't splits because I happen to like this person's hair color better than I like this person's hair color. And so what I think about that is very easy. So if the typical new to the business agent usually does 10 to 14 transactions in their first year, I think if they just stepped it up and did 20, they can make icon agent. I was a little surprised that there aren't more icon agents within EXP. I'm not really sure what people are doing during the day if they're not selling real estate and doing what they need to do. Glenn gives you everything to be this really great professional. So just take it, run with it. KV Core is a great system. I mean, it's provided for us. It's all in the back end, all the university, everything else. So as a new agent, I think that, strive to do 20 to 24 deals in a year and you can be an icon agent. And you just get to go, well, first of all, you should go to EXP Con. EXP Con is a great way to interact with everyone. Glenn is a real person. You can stand next to him and get a photo with him. He's just a real person. He's actually come up to Alaska and we're having him come up again either this summer or next summer. He's just a guy you can really shake hands with. He's just a normal person.
I had
and what I love about EXP Con, you can just go to and you learn so much
and rub elbows and
others. And then they have this really cool thing at EXP Con where top agents do masterminds and if we have a topic we really want to learn about, there are people that are truly practicing that are going to teach you. And that's what I think is great about being an icon agent is you actually can either be, I think you do it through community work and service, which I'm not really sure how that works, but I chose the instructor path for icon. And I have learned so much from other icon agents by taking their classes. And we just open our playbook and say, here's some information, please use it.
Absolutely.
So I think it's awesome. I think EXP, I can't wait to see what it looks like in 5 years because just think where it is today.
I know, it's so exciting. And I think it's so funny. Like, you're right, Glenn is a real person. The last icon I interviewed this morning, she was like, I saw him on EXP Con and I threw my arms around him and I hugged him and I started crying. And he's like, who is this crazy lady? But, he's created a company that is changing lives. And all you have to do is jump in. We're right here. The tools are laid out for you. The bones are ready for you to build upon. And Melissa, that brings me to my last question. The grass is greener where you water it, right? And I'm sure when you were hearing about EXP and all the opportunity over here, maybe at first you were skeptical, like, oh, this is too good to be true. I don't know. I've heard things about it being a pyramid scheme. Somebody said it was a cult. I mean, what do I make this jump? If you could go back to yourself on that fence or, talk to somebody sitting on that same fence right now, what would you have to say to them?
So EXP in Alaska, well, we're not a cult. We're just a group of agents who are trying to help people that own properties and help people that want to buy properties. And we're trying to help them get through the path. We created a community council so that we're networking on a monthly basis, face-to-face. We did our first success celebration this January to celebrate our successes last year. The EXP agents in Alaska did almost $1 billion in business. So we are growing, but we're not looking just to explode. We love the fact that we have many agents now at EXP who have used the tools at EXP, used the professional relationships that we continue to encourage you to reach out to. And now you're growing a team. So it's really a great place. If you're thinking about making real estate a career, this is a place to really come and join because you've got the whole back end by EXP, Glenn, and the world. Right. And then locally, You have a network of professional agents who are willing to share, lend a hand, help, and expose you to things. Our broker is awesome. We now have a managing broker. So again, we're just exponentially stair climbing at the rate that we should, and not going too crazy, which is never a good thing. And it's a great time to join EXP because we are in that growth mindset, and teams are growing here, which I think is really phenomenal. And we're not a pyramid scheme. That's not anything we really talk about. It's how do we lift each other up is really what we're looking at. And how can we help you be what you always thought you might want to be, but you never thought it was possible at the brokerage that you are at? You should contact one of us and chat with us. My team now, we just added another person. We're getting ready to take on a really cool project, which will then add probably 8 agents over the next year. We brought on some teams that they're growing by 5-6 agents every quarter. So again, it's a great place to be. It's a safe place to be because again, we're all right here on our laptops. Nothing in the world changed for us. I was able to do real estate nothing changed when COVID hit. Except we just had to respect people's that had, their houses on the market and lived in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And what a cool, journey that you've had, Melissa. And, what a great example you are of the spirit at EXP, excited to help, happy to be here, ready to get involved, ready to teach, no secrets held to your chest. And one of the things that I loved of the first icons, one of the first icons I interviewed was at EXP, you learn, you earn, and then you return. And I love that. It's true.
So true. And that's what being an icon agent really is it's not just about getting an award. It's about what are we doing to give back. And it only makes us better when we give back. Those people that just get those awards and they just have 20 of them sitting on a shelf, but they've never given back.
Paperweights.
That's not EXP. EXP is about giving back. And it feels good every day that we do it.
And not only do the trophies look good, but there's so much more value behind them that if you break your trophy, it's not be all and end all. Check your stock account, and I think you'll feel a lot better about it. And it's cool, for a company to reinvest in you, to care about it, the people that represent them. Icons is not a simple award. You have to be vetted. You're asked a series of questions. You are interviewed. You really have to strive to be in the top 2% here. So it is not something to sneeze at. And I just think it's been an incredible show today, Melissa, and you've really offered a lot of insight. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You'll be at Shareholders or EXPCon?
I'll be at EXPCon.
Okay, perfect.
I will
plan
be there.
on hearing from me before then, and I'll get a hold of you, and we'll meet up.
Okay, I'd love to meet you face to face.
Yeah, plan on it. Melissa, thank you so much for your time today and an incredible episode.
Thank you much. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.